This is part 3 to budget body lift for Project Smoky, and in this episode I'll be lifting the rear bumper 2 inches, modifying the original brackets and hardware, and we'll start by unplugging the light or plate light assembly plug. That will take care of all the wiring for the rear bumper. That'll take care of these lights on either side.
Next I'm going to take out the hideaway hitch bolts that are bolted to the bumper. This guy right here, and on the other side you have another one right here. Alright, the socket that I have for this is a 13/16. Boom. One. And number 2. Next we'll take out the driver's side bolts for the brackets, and I've already got the impact on there. It's a bit tough to get at. This one and then the upper one.
Here I have taken off these 2 nuts already, and the socket that I used for this was an 18mm. And the next bolt that we'll be taking off is right over here, and for that I used a 13/16 socket. The actual socket size that one should be using is a 21mm, but I do not have that socket size, so the next best thing is the 13/16. And the opposite end of that, I am using a vice grip because I don't have a wrench in that size. Not recommended, but that's what's available to me and gets the job done. I am now on the passenger side of the vehicle, and the first bolt I'll be taking out is this one right here, and the next 2 will be right over here.
The other bolt that will have to be taken out is up top here, this guy, and that is 15mm. And the same will have to be done on the other side. Here I am back at the driver's side, taking out this one more bolt. The nut on the other side is attached to this bracket, welded on, so you don't have to worry about having a wrench on that side that it'll be turning with. I have all the bolts loose, so this is what you should have left over or taken off from the passenger side, these guys. And this is from the hideaway hitch. This is from the driver's side. And the sockets, to summarize, is a 13/16 that you'll need, and a 15mm and an 18mm socket. These would have been nice because the space that I had, or the amount of room, if I would have had a shallow socket on this side, but I do not. And this one here is a 13/16, and it probably should have been a millimeter socket, but I don't have that size either, so this worked. It was a bit snug, but it worked out. And the bumper should be ready to come off.
Here is the truck with the rear bumper taken off. I'll take a trip to my workbench in my garage to show you the bumper, the back side. And these outer brackets right over here, I will be taking those off and turning them around and swapping sides later to accommodate the 2 inches of lift.
What I'm going to do here with the bumper is take these brackets and bend them out so they're straight, and the same for this side as well. And I've already taken out the side posts, and I'm going to attempt to, well, I've already turned them around. This bracket was originally on that side, is now on this side. I've just turned it around, and the same for this one. And as you can tell, the bolts line up nicely, so you can just bolt them right in using the original hardware. Same for this side. The way I'm going to bend these brackets back or straight is with a vice grip and pull on this side and wrench up. They don't bend very easy, so it's quite a bit of work, and then obviously use a hammer to modify them. And what I did on this side, I used a ball joint remover. This is the only thing I have, and I put it on one on this side and one on this side, straighten it out, and I'll straighten it a little bit more just so it cosmetically looks a bit better. Once I've pried it back as far as I can with the vice grip, then I'm using this ball joint remover clipped in as you can see. And on the first one, this one here, I did not have the back plate on here, these black plates, and it looks like this one's going to be much straighter. The other thing that you may want to do to the bumper brackets, when you turn them around, this was up top before and is now on the bottom. So it's not a necessity. As you can tell, I tighten these two up, and this one just bent over, so you don't need to, but I'm going to just cut this off just at an angle here, and just so that if I ever in the future need to access that stud over there for the leaf spring, that I can. Cut the edges off, painted them off, just to prevent some rusting going on. And the same for the other side. The holes that I've drilled in the brackets are from the bottom here to the center of the hole 1 inch and 3/8, and from the side to the center of the hole 3/4 of an inch. I have all the brackets in place, have these bolted up as you can tell, and have these back in place, side braces, the side brace as well, this one, and I'm going to cut off here, and along here. That way I can use this nut as well for the bottom side to hold it up, and this is also where my lift lock bolt is, so that'll give me better access to that as well. Here's the brackets cut out, so there's the pieces. I'm going to use those on the bottom side to bolt down to the frame, and there's the one piece, and I need to find the other piece. Right here.
Here's the view of the bumper in place and bolted up and tightened as it should be. It looks like it's back in its stock location. The one thing that will need to be changed yet is by the between the bumper and the hitch, I will be adding a metal plate or a spacer of sorts that I'll be doing later on.
All the original brackets have been used. Bolts, hardware, these also I just turned around. This one belongs to the other side, brought it to this side, and these as well.
Here is an overview of the underside, the completed modifications to the brackets, hardware, and bumper. Also at the end of this video I have some modifications that will need to be made to your fan cooling system if you have a clutch style fan system. If you have an electric fan, then don't worry about it. Flip this guy over, and here we have the fan shroud modifications that I made, and all the cutting that I did was made with a jigsaw. And again, this is necessary for your air intake to bolt back onto your truck. Here's the other side, and again I tried cutting away as little as possible. Edge 2 initially looked just as Edge 1 did, but obviously Edge 2 is the finished cut product. Here's the underside fan shroud modifications view. And the cutting that I did, I made wherever the angle changed from the outward fan shroud portion of it, and I cut along that and just followed that edge. Flip her over here, and here's the spacer that I added to my between my hideaway hitch and bumper. As you can tell, I should have made it about 2 inches longer. That way it would have looked a little neater.